the other team, the Allegheny Miners, they didn't come to play. Um, they came down from, we'll say they came from Mars, Pennsylvania. I don't know what their actual high school's called, but that's
Mm-hmm.
a real place in Pennsylvania. Um, they came from Mars. They weren't and they were real about it. They wanted to win. And
Yeah.
it was neck and neck game, but the Miners won. They took it home.
Sorry.
So unfortunately,
Sorry.
spirits are a little low for
Oh
homecoming dance
no!
tonight.
But
I didn't mean to beat
Um,
you bitches down.
Only a little,
Okay.
cause it's more actually like all the guys in the team are like, that was bullshit. We did so good.
Okay.
It's kind of that vibe.
Right. Just get over it. You got a prom to go to, a dance to go to. I don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We do have a
You'll
dance
have
to go to.
fun.
We do have a dance. So what I want to hear is I want to hear like outfits. I want to hear who's coming with who. We're gonna start with you, Hayden. Who do
Oh
you think
no.
you are entering the dance with? Or
Well,
coming to the dance with?
from what I remember the last time we all left together after being blindsided by the man that
Yes.
is Zane
So
Holden.
last
Yeah.
So,
time,
Yes.
you guys all kind of connected for the first time out in the
mhm.
woods, past the steps, and Dylan, you kind of saw a vision.
Yes, that creepy ass vision.
Yes, you saw two versions of yourself. You saw one version at the dance and one version in the woods. Um, Kind of like
Yeah, she lost
conflicting.
her fucking mind. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then Mateo, you were able to see into the other realm because you're not alive. And so you were freaking out about that.
Yeah.
Because it was crazy. And the two other people who could see, I think Celine, I think you managed to lie about not being able to see the realm. I think you did.
Celine managed. Oh yeah, yeah, you did. You lied
She
about
was
it.
like,
You're a liar.
I don't see it either. Because some of you couldn't see it. Hayden, you couldn't see it because you were
Mm-mm.
alive. Um, and you guys kind of talked a little bit about the murder, and you went to the crime scene, and you pieced together the clues that you had found separately. And so now you all think that you know what happened that night, or you have a theory.
Yeah, the theory was Lexi along with who was the captain of the football team again?
Mason.
Okay, thank you.
Do we hate
Sorry, I
Mason?
don't have my notebook, so I'm trying to like piece everything back together.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I think Mason is the hockey captain, but that's pedantic. He's probably on the football team, but he's not the captain of the football team.
Oh,
I
Okay.
don't know what position he plays. I don't really care.
He's the
He's the captain.
quarterback because they gave him a black eye.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
Nasty.
that's how I got my condition.
Oh yeah.
True. That is true. He's a quarterback, but he's
mm.
not team captain, which is interesting. Anyway, who knows? You have a weird school. You guys go to a weird school.
There's a lot of things going on here.
Yeah, so you guys pieced that together and you basically were like, we need to confront and see that we're right about this
Yes.
together as a group.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, Lexi wasn't at the game. So you weren't able to see her there. She wasn't there. Mason was there, but it was like he was playing and then there was the parade. So it was kind of hard to actually contact him or get him alone. He was pretty much with people the whole day.
Right.
So you're hoping now, tonight, because of the dance, like that you can get one of them or both of them away from everybody else.
Okay.
At least if you want to confront them about what you found out, which I feel like you guys probably do. Um, so yeah, with that little recap, Hayden, you enter the transformed gym. It is it is a gym that has been decorated for a school dance. I mean, it's nice, but it's still the same gym that you have to do the physical fitness test in. Like, there's punch. It's probably not spiked yet, but it probably will be at some point. Um, you see, there's a good amount of people right now, milling around. Um, you see, there's people casting their ballots out in the hall in front of the gym, and yeah, there's a few people dancing.
Mhm.
But you walk in. You're the first person to get there, or at least we're the first person we're focusing on. So, what do you do when you arrive at the dance?
Well, first of all, I'm standing and I'm looking at myself because, girl, I look good. You know what I mean? Like, so I think now follow me, camera. How much time did we have to prepare an outfit? Like, was my outfit already prepared?
You probably picked out your dance outfit a while ago. Like, you have as much time as you think your character would take to plan your homecoming outfit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Like,
think
I
about
think
like, cause she's a busy girl, you know what I mean? So it's kind of
True.
just like, Okay. Well, I'm thinking, right? I'm giving imposing yet sophisticated. It's giving style yet demure. It's giving charm and mystery. I think I'm wearing a tailored black button-up dress shirt. It's very crisp, very, chic. It's giving, I'm that girl. But over it, I'm wearing this like velvet blue blazer, navy blue. Yes, navy, like our school color, navy. And on like the shoulders of the blazer is a like silvered embroidered like constellation look. Like it's giving stars, it's giving ooh ah. And his pants are like black slacks, but also at the cuff, that is the cuff of his pants that are like rolled up. It is also that same like embroidered silver constellation situation going on. He's trying to hit like very cosmic witch, he's giving. And yeah, he's just laid, and honestly looking, because I'm pretty sure I arrived with my two girls after we had a girl chat about what to do about Zane, because that was crazy. So yeah, I'll probably, the first thing Hayden is probably gonna do is look to Dylan, because they kind of are running the show together, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's gonna look to them and be like, is there anything, we need to do before we do what we need to do? And then he says the last part like he's a secret agent in a movie, and like he's trying to speak in code, but it's not really working like that.
We're literally like 5 inches away from each other. You didn't have to whisper.
Okay. You girls know how to suck the fun out of everything, don't you? Yeah. So what are you wearing? He steps back and gives you a once over. I'm assuming on the whole drive here he wanted to be shocked and surprised. So he wore these sun blocker, vision blocker shades to make the reveal of your outfit more cohesive right now, so he can be shocked with the rest of the people who sees you.
Okay. So Dylan is wearing a mini lace dress with long sleeves. It's mesh and it has like nice little like embroiders on. Is that what you would call? Is that what you would call it? Like
Mhm.
flower details all
Mm-hmm.
around it. So nothing is showing, but it is mesh, you know? Very
Right.
cute. And over that is a very beautiful like long waistcoat almost. It looks kind of like a petticoat really because there's a structure at the bottom, but it doesn't
Oh,
close, so you can clearly see that it's like something like an overlay, not necessarily a dress. And
okay.
it pinches at the waist so that you can see her figure, you know how she does. Um and it stops just above the wrist so you can see the lace detail from the sleeves coming down to her wrist. And that is her outfit. It's simple, but it's cute. It works, you know what I mean? It's elegant, but it's a little bit kind of feisty, you know? She's having
Yeah.
fun. And so she's wearing, I would say she would be wearing pointed stilettos. That's very
Oh,
to elevate the look.
okay. And he's gonna say, "You ate that. I'm glad I waited to look. I'm glad I waited to look." Takes off the shades. You know, it's like, wow. I'm gonna in his head. I'm gonna have to steal that coat later.
Oh God.
Yeah, that coat looks so good. I'm gonna have to steal it later, Mama.
Remind me to lock up my closet.
Well, I have the key. So. Unless you talk about like your third closet, I don't have the key to that one, so don't put it in there. Put it in like the second one behind the shoes, like where you try to hide all the other stuff you don't want me to take, but I go there anyway. You know what I mean?
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. Well, we don't have any. Wait, that's not true. We've got to make sure that the celebration, the confetti comes down for the celebration at the end.
Oh
We've
yeah.
got to make sure the punch is not spiked yet, because who knows who could have gotten in here.
Okay.
And oh my God, what else do we need to do? I feel like I'm missing something.
Must
And
we?
as you ponder what you need to do next, the next person to enter is Zane. You walk in, you see people are dancing. It's his dance, you know. Zane, what are you wearing to this dance?
So, a week before, Zayn Googled K-pop earrings because he knew that he wanted to dress up for this. So he swapped out his usual diamond studs for long dangly earrings, and he's wearing those. He has his long hair half up, half down, and
Wow.
then he's got on black slacks and black leather shoes with like a silver buckle. Well, it's steel, but it's a silver buckle. And then he has one good white shirt that he got years ago before he beefed up, and he hasn't got a new one since then. So the button,
Okay.
but it's still good because he's never worn it. But the buttons don't go all the way, so he's got a little bit of cleavage action going on. So, and he likes it because his pecs look good, and he's got a gold chain to match his earrings, and he's got like a nice black blazer on.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk in, you see these two kind of by the entrance, talking to each other. And you think about, the plans tonight that need to be made and everything like that. As you kind of walk up to these two who are having a little private conversation.
Oh. Girls, don't look now, but look who it is. So, well,
You keep trying to whisper, and I have super hearing, but hello. And you look good. Aiden.
you look. So you could have came to me if you like needed another shirt. I see that one's a bit tight on you. Not to say it doesn't look good. It looks good. it looks good. You look good. But like, if you needed something that was a little more como se dice? What's the word? Modest? You could have come to me. I could have been a help. Anyway, neither here nor there. Have you seen Mateo? Because I don't remember if he actually said it, like he was coming. Like I know he's coming, but is he like coming, or is he just coming? You know what I mean?
I haven't seen him. And then Zane takes out the phone and texts Mateo real quick to be like, "Hey man, are you coming to the homecoming
I'll
thing?"
text back on my way.
You text back on your way.
Mhm.
He's on his way.
Oh wow. Like so he's like coming. You know what? Hold on. And then I text him and I say, so to get this straight, like you're like coming, like dressed up coming, or are you just like showing up coming? And then I send it.
Dressed up. ... How else?
And then I just said, perf. And then like sparkly emoji. Yeah. Because honestly. And then I look back to the girls here and I'm like, okay, crisis averted. He's coming dressed up. I didn't know if this was kind of be his gig because, everything that he's been through. So like, it's kind of little, it was up in the air, I think. But it's averted. He's gonna like actually be dressed up. So, period. Which is crazy because we're supposed to be looking for his killer. But hey, we got things to do, girls. And so little time. Have you seen the other Miss Girl? And I looked to Dylan and I'm like, have you seen Miss Girl?
Miss Girl.
Yeah. Our fairy companion.
Oh. Ooh, give me 1 second. Sorry.
Oh no, she's dying. Oh, Dylan, and I pat your back. Mm-mm.
Oh my God. Oh,
Thank you.
so much.
No, yeah, you're welcome. Do you see what I mean? This is what I mean, Zane. This is why I say you need to button up. This is a hazard.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Dylan.
Are you though?
Right.
No.
And like that's what I'm saying. Exactly. But yeah, have we seen Celine? Because wasn't she supposed to be like coming in behind us? Like where is she?
You haven't seen Celine yet. The three of you, do you want to just observe your environment around you?
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
You see, a lot of students you recognize. CC is here. Your favorite.
Oh hell. Oh hell no.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, and I'm gonna you just ate that, Laura, and I'm going to call to him because I have something to tell him. Well, I have something I want him to do actually.
Okay. He is actually talking to Destiny.
Oh.
They're having some kind of conversation, but he looks at you, kind of squints, and then he like says something to Destiny. He like touches her shoulder, and then he like walks to you. Did you need something?
Vibe check on him. Vibe check. I want to know what's the vibe here.
He seems okay. He was having some kind of conversation with Destiny, maybe relationship related. So he's like coming off of that energy.
Oh, like is it giving like leaning good, leaning bad? Like she's like I can't be with you, or like still being like I got to think about it.
She's looking like where she is. She's looking like she's in thought. She's like thinking about something. She's also like doing kind of the homecoming stuff too. So she
Yeah.
like, she looks at him, but then she kind of is doing some prep stuff. He looks like he was in the middle of trying to make some kind of point, you know.
Mm,
But he decided to humor you, so he's over here.
okay.
Yeah,
Now,
that's kind of what he's doing. Like he's distracted because he's thinking about that conversation.
now I thought, right, that they were more on the DL.
They are.
So are they trying not to be on the DL now? Cause like,
You remember that Cece likes Destiny more than that, but
yeah,
is not sure if Destiny feels the same way.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
don't think
yeah.
you've talked to Destiny about it, so you have no clue how
She feels
she
about
feels
him.
about it.
Yeah. That's more of Dylan's expertise. That's your girl. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna say, hey, I hope I didn't interrupt anything serious.
Yeah. Do you need something?
I did, actually. I did. Have you seen, who was it? Mason? Mason, is that the one that I'm thinking about?
He scratches at the back of his neck and then like looks at you. I don't know. We all came together in the limo, but I haven't really been with him since I got here. I think he was with Lex or something, but you know,
Right.
Destiny or Dahlia, one of Dylan's girls might know, because you know they have eyes on everyone. So
Right. I just thought, since you guys were like best friends and, we're kind of best friends now, me and you. So,
I mean,
I touch his shoulder.
he's
I touch his shoulder. Like we're kind of besties now, right? Like after our little talk, you told me some things in confidence that I didn't share.
Yeah, I did tell you, and I'm grateful that you didn't share those things.
Right.
I certainly feel like you don't hate me as much.
No, I don't think I ever really did. It was just a lack of understanding, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan is just standing off to the side, wide-eyed, making different faces as as the conversation continues. Squinting, wide-eyed,
I'm,
lips pursed.
yeah, I am, my hand is gently stroking his arm still.
I'm gonna make a hot roll right now.
Sure, like, and that's what I gotta do.
Hey,
Okay,
just saying.
let's roll. That's 1-4, and that's oh, that's a 2 for a total of 6. But I think
And you have
my
a
hot
plus
is a plus what, 1 maybe.
Yeah, you have a +1.
Okay.
That's a mixed success, so that's okay. You. I have this. I know this. You can choose one of the. You can, if you want a promise, if you want a string against him, if you want him to lean into what you're saying, those are all options.
Let's have a lean in, because I don't want a string. I don't need a string from him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just lean in. Listen, honestly, we could be the best of friends. Just know that if you do see Mason, text me, and then I give him my number. I don't know how long we've been classmates, but now he finally has it. Gives him my number, and I'm just like, text me. If you see him, like soon as you see him, actually.
He nods. He's like, yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
All right, thanks. I hope everything with Destiny goes well, but definitely keep me updated on it.
I'm sure Dylan will probably know.
Well,
Oh, that's none of my business.
right, and now that we are friends and we have a relationship
Well,
of some sorts.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah, thank you. Enjoy the dance. I'm always here if you need me.
There's punch and snacks.
Yeah.
Make sure you dance.
I will. I'm gonna go.
All right, you look good.
Great, actually.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm like saying that as I like push him away. You look good.
He adjusts
Where
his suit and then walks away.
Yeah.
where are the minions?
The minions?
Mm-hmm.
Now that you make a point to look, you see that Destiny is kind of where she was before. She's over close to where the food is, kind of keeping an eye out. Um and like talking to some other people who are working the dance, and you see that uh Chris goes back to her to talk. Um Dahlia is actually coordinating stuff with the band.
Mm.
Because there's gonna be live music at some point tonight, but they're starting off with a DJ. Um, so she's coordinating with the performers in like a makeshift backstage area. Um, but you can kind of see her peeking from like behind the curtain because she's not really like trying to hide or anything.
Mm.
Desiree is out front. Um, kind of handling the voting and stuff like that.
Is she cheating?
The vote?
Yeah.
No, not on my behalf.
And well, obviously she shouldn't do that. Like if you're gonna win, you're gonna win. But I just want to know if she cheating.
From here, you can't tell because the voting is set up next to the ticketing, so she's kind of overseeing both of those things.
Mm. Double homicide.
She's booked. She actually shoots you a look, Dylan, and is like kind of points towards where the bathrooms are. Like she's gonna go out and like go to the bathroom real quick and then come back. But she just lets you know that without shooting a text because you're so close to the front. And then she kind of like heads off towards the bathrooms.
I think I'm gonna look at Hayden and be like, was that weird? That felt kind of weird.
Well, you already know she's your minion, so she probably just didn't want to make a move without letting you know, hey boss, I'm going to like the bathroom. If it was anyone else who did that to you, I would raise an eyebrow. But since it's them and they literally want you to know their every whereabouts, it doesn't strike me as that weird. You know?
Cool. Okay. Just on high alert today, you know.
Right. No, yeah. That wood scene was insane.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if we should talk about that.
And Dylan, you want to believe your friend's words, but something's got your guard up right now that you're not quite sure what it is. And even Desiree, who normally you don't even really think about or question, everything just is a little off to you. And we're gonna cut to outside, away from the three of you who are at the dance. And outside, Mateo, you're arriving. Kind of out in the front. You've sent your little text message. And you see there's a few people out there like smoking by a little farther away from like the doors, the entrance that you're using for the dance. And then there's just like a balloon arch, and there's no one out because the dance is kind of well underway, but you can see people kind of farther away on the bleachers smoking. And you're making your way towards the front steps.
So
the door.
Before I go any further, there was one thing I needed to clarify. At the end of last session, we all made a promise to Celine.
Yes.
And I cannot remember what that promise was.
Not to tell my
that we would
secret.
keep our secret.
Okay, thank you. Cool.
Just keeping the secret. You.
So.
Yes.
I just got dropped off in the parking lot by my dad,
Yes.
who is very happy that his son is like finally
Going
showing
out.
some initiative and socializing and like being normal again.
Yeah. He's waving at you. The window's rolled up, but he's waving.
Yeah, I can feel it at the back of my head.
He's waving.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just still trudging across the parking lot. So I am wearing um a pair of like kind of plainish black slacks and a gray turtleneck so I don't have to worry about the makeup. Um and on top of that is a like navy blue suit coat and some black wingtips.
You're
Both the
looking cool.
wingtips and the jacket are borrowed by my dad. And under like the fluorescent lights of the hallways, you can tell that they're a little bit older and like worn down and stuff, but
Yeah.
in the night sky and like in the dark dance floor, um like it does look somewhat classy.
Yeah, it's more presentable. You're
Mm-hmm.
trudging through the parking lot. And over kind of by the rows of the cars, you hear your dad peel away. There's a silver Lexus that kind of like gleams under the school like lights, the parking lot lights, which are those like ugly floodlights. Um, and they start to flicker around you, and you feel your guard go up a little bit, like something in you is sensing something, and you hear a girl's voice, um, like, but it's kind of distant. The source of it is near the car. There are two girls talking to each other in hushed voices. One of them you don't recognize. Maybe she's an underclassman. Um, she's got her hair in plaits and she's wearing like a little pink dress. And um, you see two people, but the lights flicker. When you look again, you only see one person there, which is weird. Um, and the the girl you don't recognize is gone. The underclassman. She's
Mm-hmm.
she's not there anymore. Um, and standing by her car, because you can see the person now,
Mm-hmm.
uh is Desiree Zhao, and she's wearing like a sparkly dress, her own like Etsy jewelry, because got a rep, got a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it's a dance, gotta wear your own stuff.
Oh
Um,
God.
and she's at her car, just getting a box of stuff. It looks heavy. Um, kind of right, like you have to walk past it to get to the entrance where she is, and she's just pulling stuff out of her car for the dance.
Sure, let's be a friendly neighbor. Um, I throw on like almost through like muscle memory that winning smile that I had from last year and kind of walk up to her with confidence and I'm like, "Hey, do you need a hand?"
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much.
No
I thought
problem.
that I had everything, and I just don't want Dylan to notice because she'll be really stressed if she sees that I was missing something. So,
No, I get it. I get it. It's tough to coordinate all this stuff.
great. Uh, Thank you. And she hands you a box. You take it and you start walking towards the front doors, um, kind of making your way to the front. Um, and you hit that like midway point, like you hit that midway point where you're getting really close to the front entrance.
Mm-hmm.
and the box seems to move in your hand.
Uh-oh.
Hey, this is kind of heavy. What's in here?
And she turns to look at you. And there's something in her eyes that's you don't recognize. Like when you think you know a person and then they do something and you realize like you never known them and then they look like a stranger. There's like something in her eyes that's just like not the person you've been going to school with for as long as you can remember.
Oh.
She almost seems taller. She seems like a different person. Her voice seems different. And she very quickly, almost unnaturally quickly, reaches out and grabs your wrist. I'm gonna need you to make me a volatile roll.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Oh no, you're gonna die. Again.
No.
Maybe.
Again!
Okay, so that's a 3 and a 5 plus 2, which would be total 10.
Great. You successfully pull your hand away. But in the moment that she grabbed your hand, there was like a flash of light. And as you yank your hand away, on the spot where she grabbed your hand, there's not like a hand mark per se, but there is a brand or some sort of sigil or insignia that you... How familiar would you be with how familiar are you with the town and the people in it?
Well,
It's a very vague
Mateo's
question.
always he's had a very broad but very shallow understanding of like the townspeople, and any sort of like historical stuff that he may have picked up would have been directly in relation to like his classmates and their history with the town. Like he knows about the MWSS because like he knows some people whose parents are in it and things. But with his dad being a Greek immigrant and like his mom also not being originally from this town, he doesn't really have much of a history personally with it.
Okay. I would say that's enough. It's enough for you to somewhat recognize the symbol, at least. Maybe not necessarily know anything deep about it. But it looks like just like these kind of like spiraling, like not necessarily spiral, like it's like the outline of a city, not even a city street, like the outline of these old kind of houses, these old sort of like streets, right? It looks like the insignia of the society, which you've seen before. Not often, because they're kind of private. But a few people whose parents or members have like sweatshirts or shirts or things like that from like charity events or whatever. And on your arm is just the outline of that. And then the person in front of you, he looks at you. Ubi historia vivit. And before you can even think or do anything, your feet begin to move. And she leaves the boxes because you've also dropped your box at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks behind you. You can't see her. And as you're walking under the lights, Celine, you've just been dropped off at the dance. Um, how would you get to school?
Well, this is the dress, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
Um,
that's
cute.
cute.
and
Beautiful.
she has, a little half up, half down. Edge is done.
Okay.
As
And
they
then,
should.
Right. She came as a
um,
fairy, literally.
yes. And she has on, some heels that's like open toe, but they're like the straps that like go up your legs, like you tie them around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're kind of like iridescent colored, like that purple shine silver, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she has on some silver jewelry, looking very demure, um, very dainty.
Right.
Her makeup is kind of like that glossy kind,
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's giving fairy, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Very
yeah, that's what she is.
ethereal.
Mhm. But it's
You.
kind of, cutesy because that's how
That's the
she
vibe.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her vibe.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, that's what she's wearing, and she's gonna go find Dylan and damn, it's been a while. What's the name?
Hayden.
Hayden. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's me, yeah.
As
She's gonna
as
go find her besties.
yeah, you arrive outside of the school, and you just see out the corner of your eye how I'm gonna ask you a question. How many times have you been to Dylan's house, would you say?
Mm, I mean, I think I've been to Hayden's house more
Mm-hmm.
than Dylan's house, but I mean, my parents are rich, so they usually come over to my house anyway. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I've been to Dylan's house maybe like more than a handful of times.
Yeah. Okay. So you see a woman, tall, dark hair, and you recognize her. It looks like it's Dylan's mom.
Hmm.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
She's walking. In front of her is Mateo, and he's
Oh.
dressed up like he's dressed for the dance, and he's just walking out, kind of towards the woods, um,
Oh no, hit
sort of
her.
in the
Right.
direction
Right.
of sort of in the direction of the Mexican War Streets, that like big center of town, kind of the epicenter. Um, and they're walking away together. Um, you catch it out the corner of your eye. They're walking. Um, and they've got some distance on you. Like they're kind of entering where the streets bleed into the residential zone, where all those tightly packed houses are.
Mhm.
Um, but you can still, you're just like, it's like they're just about to turn away from where you can see them, but they're far. And you see them walking together, not side by side. Dylan's mom is behind him. And you're only able to make her out because you've seen her in pictures, in Facebook stuff with the society. You've seen her at Dylan's house. Um, that's the only reason you're able to make her out. With Mateo, because of you guys being aware, or at least you being aware of the truth of the people around you, the kind of smell of rot or like the stench of the undead, because you have heightened senses,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really have to see him to pick out that it's him. And they're walking away from the dance.
Ooh, can I go and run inside and be like, Dylan, girl?
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I need to go inside and be like, oh, I'm not going by myself. That's not
You run back into
yeah,
you
like
run
my
into
heels
the
is clicking on
dance.
the ground. I'm
What
like
the?
trying to run in the heels, like, ooh, girl.
Miss MC, what's an equivalent of an acrobatics check or an athletics check? Because this bitch is running in heels.
No, I'm like, ooh, I'm trying to
Ballsing.
run in the heels, you
I'm
know.
just gonna say it's gonna take you some time to like run inside.
Unless you want to like sprint, you want to pull out.
I don't. That's not cute.
Okay. His life is in danger. She's like, that's not cute. I gotta do a little cute. Like,
Because like, okay, can I pull out my okay? You know what? While I'm doing my cutesy running heels
Mhm.
run, I'm gonna pull out my phone and try to call Dylan and be like, bitch, you need to get like I don't know where you at, but you need to come to the front. Like, come to the front. I just seen your mama, um, with, God damn it,
Mateo.
I can't. Yes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my memory is as with Mateo, girl. I just seen your mama walking with him, like they walking off together.
Where?
Uh, They was walking down the street. Come on.
Come on.
Right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And while you're saying this, I'm going to grab the hand of Zayn and pull him, and I'm gonna be like, "Shush, we need the muscle," and pull him with us.
Okay.
Nobody sees it, but Zane is blushing.
Oh,
my
no.
No,
You
don't
guys
start
run
that shit.
out of the dance.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I have a.
and- Yes. Question. Go.
I feel like Dylan will be trying to spot out Destiny, Desiree, and Dahlia.
Like on your way out, you're looking for
On my-
them.
out, like looking for them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Destiny is. Wait. Let me make a roll. 1 second.
Because Desiree said she was in the bathroom, so I'm gonna run back to this bathroom and be like, "Hold on, bitch, I don't see you."
Destiny
So-
is dancing with Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, she-
you know, he won that one. Good for
Yeah.
him. Dahlia is having an argument with one of the people from the band who's trying to use his oboe.
Oh.
Um,
Lord Jesus.
and Desiree is at the front, sitting behind the table. She came back like 5 minutes ago, 5 or 6 minutes ago. And she's talking to Mason.
Mm.
Even more fishy. Okay, let's put a pin in that. We
Mhm.
gotta something's going on there. I don't know what it is, but I don't fucking like it. All right, but we gotta go find Celine. Celine said she saw my mom. She saw my mom with Mateo heading towards the woods, not the
We're
party.
running out
I
as you're saying this. to us.
Yeah, you guys are
I
running.
thought literally running, sprinting at this point. I thought Mateo was coming to the dance. Why would he be with my
He-
mom? I didn't even know they
Yes,
knew
he
it.
was, which means your mom is on some fuck ass shit because he just told us he was on his way and now he's walking in the woods. Like, he's weird, but he isn't that weird.
I don't even know the last time I saw that lady.
Ow.
If I'm being honest with you, she hasn't been home in days. So what the fuck?
Oh, and now she shows up and walks away with our dead boy. Yeah, she's oh, I can't say that out loud. He
Yeah,
looks around and is
right.
like, I can't say that out loud. That's T words and keywords for this great Netflix show I know. Carry on with the dance. And I'm like telling the bitches who may have looked over to mind their fucking business.
Well, you guys are running through the hallways and you bump into Celine, right towards the entrance. Like not at the entrance, but like farther away from the gym than you guys were. And you guys all bump into each other.
Okay.
Oh, girl, we need to go.
Okay.
I know it was Mateo. I could smell him from a mile away. Mama, girl, we got to go. We was walking toward the woods. I'm trying to grab her hand and kind of like tug her. Like,
Okay. Oh no, go ahead.
So we're all running hand in hand? Like, is
Three
this?
of you have a car.
Yeah.
Yes. What?
we
Wait,
drove
we got a car?
together.
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah, me and you
Wait a
drove
minute.
together. Dylan,
Yes, I
Dylan and Hayden drove together.
You do canonically have a car, Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From the past. Okay. Um, when you go outside, you can't see either of them anymore. For clarification, they were winding through. If you look at the trusty map, which is a little, it's very artistic and maybe not specific. They were leaving the school and heading towards the Mexican War streets.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, you know, kind of cutting through some grass and stuff to get to that. Would any of you like to try to use your abilities?
I immediately look to boy with the super senses and say, well, like, can't you sniff him out? I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely can sniff them out. So I guess I'm
Can you roll with
gazing
dark
into.
for me? Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Oh
dark
no.
roll, dark roll, dark roll. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got a 5, 3, and a 2. So 10.
That's a full success. You use your innate sense of the town, as opposed to trying to pick out a scent because there's so many people that live here, and tonight has a weird kind of energy. The veil's very thin. So it's like if you were going to try to use your senses, you might get distracted. But you use your sense of the town in terms of just picking up the landscape of the town and your connection to it as it relates to the veil. And you get the sense that in the time you guys ran in and out, they've made it further into the streets, like the area. And they're headed, you do think they're headed towards the woods, or at least where the steps are, but probably past that. And the thing that you notice, that you really notice, actually, that sticks out to you more, is that you feel something close to the entrance. You feel something that shouldn't be. You feel something near the portal.
Okay.
Oh.
Not outside of the two people, because right now, with the veil being thin, there's like spirits walking, extra things going on. It's very thin. Like, you can sense it actually gets muddy in the war streets because there's so many ghosts there. But the steps in the area near the portal is usually really clear to you because you're so familiar with it. And you sense that there are other people there in that area.
Like human?
Multiple people.
Okay.
Tainted. That's all you get.
Okay.
Oh.
Something. There are. You sense. I'll give you this because you got a 10. There are two things there that are not human. Smells like rot.
Oh no. More
Jesus
daddies.
Christ.
More daddies.
And then you sense humans that are tainted somehow, but it's not like a familiar. You couldn't pinpoint what it is, and usually your senses don't tell you necessarily what a thing is, just that a thing is not human, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you get is just there are two things that smell similar to Mateo that you would assume are probably ghouls like him. And you think
Oh.
that because the rot smell is the same to you,
Mhm.
and you think that they're headed to that area based on your sense of the town and your role, that they're headed there.
That Mateo and the mother is headed there.
Yes, where the
Okay.
other people are.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Dylan is terrified. I think between everything that has happened so far at the threshold, plus that vision that she just had, and the weird sense of the weird like vibes that she's catching from that she was catching at the homecoming dance. This is very alarming, and she's probably panicking.
You
Okay.
feel nervous. You feel your mind goes back to the vision. You feel like you're straddling the line between the two things, right? The dance and the threshold.
Mm-hmm.
The woods, at least, was what you saw in that image. And you feel now that you're outside and you're not distracted by the dance and the sound and the lights and the music, you feel more in touch with that sensation of offness that was kind of permeating. And make me a dark roll.
Oh,
Actually,
fudge.
Oh
Actually,
no.
No,
make me
fudge me.
a cold roll first.
Is that what? Wait, what dice do I use?
The
Two
D6.
d, yeah,
2d6.
just a cold roll. We'll start with that because you're a little bit panicked.
I got 2 6s.
Period.
Great. You you're able to push that emotion aside because someone is in danger and your family might be involved. So you're able to push that away and really tune into the way you're feeling. And now you can make me that dark roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to say you can re-roll the lower die. That's not in the rule book, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, period. I know that's
Your
right.
roll.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, I got 8, 6, 7. Yeah, 8.
Okay. Eight's a little mixed. Um, you're. It's not like you're not letting it come to you like before. Before the what you felt, which you've maybe never felt as strong as you did before, was like an emotion, like a vision coming to you. And now you're trying to grasp at something intentionally,
Mhm.
and it's a little like less clear. Like you see that notebook that your mom gave you, the symbol on the front. The society has two symbols. It's like the outline of the Mexican war streets, and then they have another one that's more of like an insider thing that your mom kind of like. You remember your mom bragging and being like, only the closest members get to have this before she gave it to you. You remember that. You see glimpses again of yourself with a crown and yourself standing in the woods and the gaping maw of something terrible and darkness and standing and people in robes, and you see that you hear ubi historia vivit,
Oh,
and then you
Jesus.
blink, you come back to yourself, and you guys are and you're you the thing you notice too is you guys are heading towards the car and your body was still in motion heading towards the car with them. You didn't stop. um and you feel a bit more of a sense of understanding of what's happening, but you're not able to put everything together yet of what's happening inside of you mentally, with your body, with your abilities, if that's even what they are. And you guys get to the car.
Oh. Okay, well, I let go of the two hands that I've grabbed.
Yeah.
You're driving.
And I'm
That's
like, bitch, are you okay? Like, girl, you seem a bit out of it. Honestly, I didn't want to clock you earlier because we had shit to do, but you seemed a little out of it in the woods, too. Like you going through something, like you seeing stuff. And if you don't want to talk about it, we don't got to talk about it, but you need to let me know if you can handle this, bitch, because I don't need to be bringing you in, you breaking down on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. With love.
right
With
with
love.
love. That no, like I accept it because it's with love. I'm okay is not the right word, but I can put it together. I'll tell you that much. I am seeing things. What I'm seeing, I really don't know. I can't I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you, but it's very weird. It's very off, and I don't want to go.
Well,
But
you
we
don't
have
have to if you don't want to.
No.
Like okay.
to
Well,
go.
I was just saying, like, he can wait. Like, I under. just
No, but he
just like a
can.
conversation
No,
between me and her.
no.
We're just like, he can wait. Like, honestly, we've had this conversation and we need to put us girls first. So like, if you need this time, we can drop you home. Like, we can drop you home, change your outfit, do whatever you need to do, and then go get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just we're not gonna tell him that though. We're gonna act like we were like first on the way there. You know what I mean? We don't want to break anyone's not hurt anyone's feelings or anything, but
But don't you think he'd think it's weird if I showed up from
out of prom outfit,
in
yes. Well, he doesn't know what you showed up in. We could lie and say you got dressed there. You were gonna get dressed there, and then somebody told us, "Hey, he's," you know.
Okay.
I'm just
Who
kind of
is
making
he in
up
this
things.
conversation?
Oh, Mateo. And hey,
Oh.
this is an A/B conversation, meaning girls only. So, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but this is our friend.
Okay. Okay. I just.
Aren't I your friend too?
Right.
Who are you on?
Do you not care about women? Speak up. Speak up. Speak up now.
Care? Listen, if something happens, you have me. You brought me as the muscle, right? I'll take care of something if it happens.
Okay, but do you have a gun?
No.
Whoa.
Okay,
I don't think anybody here has a gun.
We
No,
have
that's okay.
superpowers.
I got a little magic, it ain't a bullet though. It's not a.
I got a Glock right here.
Oh!
Out of my little homecoming dress. Let me stop.
I know.
She carries a taser on her.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
just
that was
go
really
get
off
him.
topic.
It's fine.
Like,
Yeah.
We need to go get Mateo.
Honestly, yeah.
Often.
We'll just, if you need time, you just say the word and, we'll tell your mother, hold on, girl. We've got to collect, ourselves, and then we'll get back to it.
Right.
How are we going to handle
You're
that?
driving.
Right, I'm driving now. How are we going to handle your mother? Because are we going to beat her ass? Because this is your mother. I don't want to lay hands on her. And then you be like, hey, that's my mom. You know what I mean?
Oh, girl. Please.
Do
I
it.
don't care. Throw anything you've got at her. Honestly, any magic you've got, any ammunition you've got, even though she doesn't carry weapons.
What? Do you know? Like, not to be, crazy, but what can she do? Like, do you know if she can do anything crazy? Like, should we be on the lookout or on awareness of her and her abilities? Because we don't quite know what she can do.
Absolutely. Something freaky has been happening with her in that fucking book. If I'm being honest with you, it's hard for me to go near her, which is probably why we don't see each other very often. Something disgusting is radiating off of that lady.
Oh, okay.
So you proceed with caution.
Right. So you haven't seen her magically start a fire or anything, right?
No, honestly, she avoids casting spells in the house, but
Oh,
something
okay.
but something's off. Something's off with her in that fucking book. I'm telling you, I it, it's scary. That's what
Hmm.
I'm telling you. It's scary and you need to be mindful. But you have magic, so you're gonna we're gonna pray that you're gonna be fine.
Right.
And-
don't rely on that too much, girly. I'm just, I got a few hexes here and there, girl, but don't wish for anything crazy.
And do not let her get to chanting with her fucking minions, bitch.
Okay.
Energy gets crazy.
Got it.
That's
So
all.
the first time, at the first sign of her chanting anything, I'm gonna hex her. Like, I'm
Or
gonna
blood.
hex her. Okay.
Don't
Punch your
be
mouth.
mindful.
Got it.
Exactly.
Punching her mother is a bit psycho, but I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
for
Hey.
Dylan's own good.
Yeah, whatever you gotta do. I mean, is she really my mom at this point? Who knows?
Yes. Yeah.
Questionable. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
You kind of look like her. I'm just,
Okay, mind your business. That's
Oh.
enough of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
You guys are driving on the road, making your way towards the edge of town, where the steps are. And Mateo,
Mm-hmm.
when you come to, and it's not like coming to because you were present the whole time, at least physically.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a very familiar clearing. You're not alone though.
Oh.
Next to you are two students, the girl from before, who upon closer inspection, now that you're next to her, you can see something familiar in her. Like, something behind her eyes that you've seen in the mirror before when you look at yourself.
Damn it.
Next to you is someone you do recognize. He's a little older than you. He's a senior.
Mm-hmm.
You remember he used to be on the team with you. He used to be at all the parties. And then he just disappeared one day. Pulled out of school. Started getting homeschooled, actually. Left the team, and people didn't really talk about him anymore. But you see a guy that everyone called Chip Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dressed in school clothes for the dance. He's just dressed in like normal clothes, like sweatpants. He's wearing like a band T-shirt and a pair of sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And three of you are in a line in the clearing. The same place where you died the first time. And around you, in a circle, are people in robes. At the front part of the robe where the flap comes down, there's an insignia that you haven't seen before. It's almost like a crown with a circle, not a circle, but like a shape behind it, and then at the base of it is a star, and it's all intertwined. I can send it to you guys.
Sure.
Oh
Images are
no.
hard. Specifically symbols.
Mhm.
Unless it's like a Ouroboros or something, but it's not that. So I'll send it to you. Just the sigil, not the words. Is at the front of these robes, and it's around like 20 people. You can't really make out their faces. 20 or 30 people. They're making a circle around you. You can't see behind you. You're actually rooted to the spot you're in.
Mm.
And in front of you is a woman you sort of recognize. It's not Desiree. But the look in the eyes fits the face a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of think you remember her maybe from one of those stupid holiday parties back when you were a little kid. And you remember Dylan with her mom. And her mom was carrying a tray of goods she'd baked herself and bringing it into the school dance. Not school dance, it was like a school party, if you can even call it that, like a class party.
Mm-hmm.
And then kissing her daughter on the cheek and walking away. And you see that woman, but different, older, hardened. There's something about her presence, this magnetism that's familiar to you, like a mirror to Dylan, kind of this charisma, even though outwardly she's wearing like a rumpled button up and a pair of work slacks and actually sneakers, because she doesn't seem surprised by what's going on here. And her hands, the veins in her hands glow as she looks at the three of you. She notices you kind of awake almost. Looks you in the eye. Mateo, thank you for joining us.
Can I talk?
You could talk.
Okay, cool. What the fuck is this?
You see the girl next to you's crying. She's not saying anything. Chip kind of looks at you and goes, "Whoa." And then doesn't really know what else to say. She smiles. "Oh, I so hate when they monologue in movies. It's just a waste of time."
Well, the way I see it, you seem to already know what's going on here, and I would like an explanation as to why the fuck I had to die.
I didn't kill you, although it was rather convenient. The blood of the once departed. I had to turn that over in my head. It took a while to figure out what that meant, and then, well, the crying one, and she died and came back. Chip was actually the first one. And then you. And the thing is, it was all here. Because these grounds are where the veil is the thinnest. You would think it would be the streets, right? Because that's where all the ghosts are, but it's actually here. So, apparently dying here doesn't stick. At least not the first time. That's
Great.
why you're here. The blood of the once departed. See?
So then why are you here?
Oh. Well, that has nothing to do with you. I don't like those monologues. They're not realistic. I can't watch those movies. Dylan's always watching. Waste of time. Well, at least you can know that your death meant something. That's kind of touching, isn't it? And she pulls out a book.
Is she close enough for me to spit on?
Oh!
It's try, but she's a little farther away.
Yeah, okay, never
You
mind.
probably get her feet, maybe.
No, it's fine. They have to like hack a loogie, and I don't want to do that.
Oh
Very nice, dude.
no.
Put me in the ring, Captain. Cut to it.
Literally do it.
It'd be you sitting at her.
glows, specifically the sigil on the book,
Mm-hmm.
then the sigil of the people in the circle, who slowly begin to chant. We're gonna go back to the car.
Oh no.
You guys pull up in front of the steps.
I got a question. Now,
Yes.
where we were,
Mm-hmm.
is it crazy to continue to drive instead of get out?
Don't we gotta go
A
upstairs?
little. Only because if you look at, I don't know where I sent those pictures.
Yeah, I see it. I think you put it in the story.
Of the steps. Did I ever send those?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't see it in the story. That's weird.
Damn it! I came up with a good singer. Just fuck.
Cuts back to
Wait,
you to
we'll go
say it.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll find a better timing for it.
It's in graphics.
It's in graphics.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
Wait, where's graphics? The hell?
It's at the bottom.
Oh. Oh.
The bottom of, oh, let me not do this.
I see it. It's under the Court of Shadow and Fae.
Oh, it's in the wrong one. Sorry.
So
The wrong
that's the
one.
staircase.
Yeah, baby, you can't drive through that.
Okay. Well,
Just
I mean,
so you get
I just threw the
feel of
graphics
what-
in the correct space. Anywho, you said that's okay. I can't drive through that. Like, okay, so, but I didn't think she was on the stairs.
No.
But I
She's-
drove from the top of it, or I'm at the bottom.
To help you I'll paint the picture. So this is kind of like, because you're in West Pennsylvania, which is very kind of like a very mountainy Appalachian region.
Mm-hmm.
The street that you're on, which is basically like driving out of town, I would say towards Pittsburgh, is elevated. And then the steps lead to the woods. They lead down. Like the steps are going down with the mountain to this lower area, which is grass, and then the remnants of the old highway, which lead to where the threshold is. So it's
Okay.
like an area that like you could drive to it, but you wouldn't have come the way you got here to drive to it. You would have been on a different road, like in a different part of town, basically. Like you probably would have come from you would have had to be coming from more where Donkeys is, which is kind of more like the outskirts of town.
Mm.
As opposed to coming from the high school, which is a little further in. Because the war streets are they're like 27 acres wide. So they're kind of like the center of town.
Right.
So the way that you got there is like higher up. Yeah, you would have to drive more, but in a different direction, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because let me tell you, I was gonna run them all over. Just run right
That's
through
smart.
them.
That is smart.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just get out. We'll just get out and go.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna.
didn't bring any flats.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
my
just
heels.
out, so I don't know what to tell you. There's no way
See, this.
these Lutons are making it through those stairs. No way.
No, yeah, this is why
Yeah, well, you're different.
Would
don't.
you have any like stuff in your car?
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
change of clothes always. You never know. Fashion is
Oh,
his
do you have
is his
extra
thing, huh?
You have sneakers?
Mm-hmm. Combat boots, sneakers, dress shoes. You never know what he could use on any occasion. He's like he has like the backseat of his car, like the backpack, like in the trunk, definitely like a second closet. He's just like,
Yeah.
you know what? I never know what I can need. So I mean, there's probably some shoes in there, like if you want to switch, but we will be running through the woods, so
Okay,
I think
I'll
he'll
take the
gonna be
boots.
okay. Period.
Are me And Celine able to hear them chanting at this point?
I would say yeah. You can pick it out from here.
So can we then?
I think
Is it like loud chanting or like?
the people that don't have preternatural hearing, preternatural, I don't know if I
Yeah.
said that word right.
Yeah, Preeter.
Hearing, they can't pick it out.
Okay. So
But
it's not like
people that-
overtly loud.
No, because it's a bit of a walk.
Mm.
But I think right now the chanting has just started.
Okay.
So kind of as you arrive, you almost hear it start then for the people that can hear that far.
Okay.
As the two of them are talking about footwear, or three. I think three of you guys were talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Well then, Zane would be the only one to hear said chanting.
Well, Celine has
Celine
heightened
would hear it
abilities.
too, just because of her Fey ability.
Oh, this bitch can hear too?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder she's so nosy.
They are human. They got special ears.
Oh, okay. Well, are they telling us? Are they just like?
Yeah, like what's happening, y'all?
Okay, so Dylan, did you mention before that your mom does this weird chanting thing? Because I hear something.
Yes, very weird, very much chanting.
Is it giving Celtic chant or like is it giving
my God.
satanic? Okay, I just wanted to know the context.
Well, how familiar, for the people that can hear, how familiar are you with language?
Like Zane would be familiar with language.
Not me, because my parents like didn't really immerse me in that world. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It sounds like for you, Zane, and for maybe if Celine, if you've seen one episode of Supernatural, maybe it sounds like, let's say we're on Freeform and not CW. It sounds like Latin,
Okay.
or at least the Latin you've heard before, maybe in church or in
Right.
television, which seems a little more likely.
So they're telling us it's Latin.
Zane would
Or
tell you.
Zane would tell us it's Latin.
I was like, yeah, I kind of y'all hear that? Like Zane hear it? I mean,
Yeah, that's only you two. We have human ears.
Right.
Don't know what
Wait,
else.
you
I'm gonna let
already
you know
hear?
now. It ain't nothing good going on over there.
Okay.
Dylan,
Yeah.
do you know what happens when the chanting starts?
Oh God, what doesn't happen when the chanting starts?
Dylan?
Her book starts to do weird stuff.
Can I see this book? Do we have a reference of the book? Like, is it a spell book? Like, what kind of book is she running around with?
So
I think
Dylan,
it is a spell book, isn't it?
For you, Dylan, you would know, based on your relationship with your mother, that there are, in the society, the connection to the community, the town, the people in it who believe in the mission. It all accumulates into a certain value that's translated to energy. I won't get into the specifics because a part of you distances yourself from your mother. So there are things you don't necessarily know. The book is housed in the society building usually. So usually when anyone in the inner circle is using a gift, it's always very slight the way you've seen it, like changing the direction of a conversation or lighting a candle on fire without a lighter or banishing a minor ghost, something like that, right? But the book is rarely out. You've seen the book before because there was a period of time when you were closer to your mother and she was just forming things or just taking over things where you were excited to follow your mom around and to see what she was doing with her day-to-day life. And you've seen the book before. The journal that you have has the insignia on it, but it's not a spell book.
Okay.
You've probably never really read the book, but you've seen the book a bunch. Like you've seen it more than some people who have been members longer than you, because you're a part of the inner circle, according to your mom. So you've seen the book. You've seen people give your mother the book who've gotten to fetch it, but usually the book is only ever in your house at home, which is rare, or in the society building, which is more common. As for the chanting, it could mean any number of things. Sometimes they will chant before a community event. Sometimes they'll chant when the ghosts seem to get particularly bad. But that's as far as you would know, due to like your level of engagement with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you would know, like you said, that your mom has been more distant lately. And that she's very possessive over the book. Very possessive over it.
Okay, well,
I say we just go and yeah. I mean, if there's chanting, and I'm saying this as I'm walking. I mean, if this, okay, maybe a light brisk walk, you know, like close to a
like we
sprint,
got some.
like a jog,
Yeah.
I'm, I think, you know, as your mother, she's out here and she's chanting, and we don't know how many people she's chanting on. And trust me, I have not tried to extend my abilities over multiple spans of people, only done it on one person at a time. So, like, we should also be a little careful, you know? Maybe the element of surprise here should be exercised. Like, I know there's an urgency we have, but I also don't want us to run into something that's gonna fuck everybody up. You know what I mean? Like, I want to save him, right? I don't want to sound. It's me like, I don't want to sound like I don't want to save him. I just think we can't save him if we can't save ourselves. So, hey, exercise caution, everyone.
Yeah, no, you ate that.
Yeah. And then we're just going to continue to run. Jog. Jog. Yeah. Maybe Zane runs. I'll tell Zane, if you want, you can full out. I know this is your thing. Running, chasing, thrill of it, right? You could full out if you need to. We'll be right behind you.
You guys make your way through the woods. It's cold out, that fall weather. A little unpleasant. Like the closer you get, the more the weather seems to change.
Oh no.
But you keep moving. And you get like you can almost see the threshold now. But you hear the chanting coming from another place where you guys have been very recently, which is the clearing.
Mm-hmm.
And you see faint blue light coming from there.
Okay. what does this like look like? Like, is it like, does it look ethereally made or man-made? Like,
It
I'm
looks ethereally made.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, am
Can-
I sensing spell work here? Like, is there spells being
You can make me a dark
spelled?
roll. You can make me a dark roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Oh no.
Got this.
Okay, that's that. And so 6 plus what's my dark 2? 7, 8. 8.
Okay. It's unclear to you only because your relationship to magic is very personal in the sense that you don't really have a coven necessarily,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't come about magic in a traditional sense of like it being a family thing or someone maybe teaching you in that way, tutoring you to be able to differentiate between magic types, things like that. Something about it is familiar, but another part of it, the magic you have is intrinsic in a sense that it comes from you. Like it's tied
Right.
into you. This feels like it's a little different. Like it's almost the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard,
Mm-hmm.
to put it into like terms for cats.
Right. Right, right.
Like your magic is innate and like you were able to hone it and learn and work through it, but one day it just showed up
Right.
from a place of emotion. This, and you probably can't articulate this as Hayden, but for you as Cass, this is magic that feels more like it was learned, or
Mm.
or like the source of it is different.
Oh,
Like if your
so
magic is from your soul, this is not that.
right. They're wizards. I'm a sorcerer. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you would know what that means.
Right. Right. Above the table.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what's
Above
going
the
on.
table. That's yeah.
Okay. Well, again, I'm gonna say to the girls, but I'm gonna whisper now because we might be in close earshot. We definitely should exercise caution. Bitch, you see that blue light? That's something magic. It ain't crazy. It's not like somebody's doing a cute spotlight number, you know. But
yeah, that's definitely
I
definitely not. Yeah.
I look to Zane and I'm like, if you want to wolf out, like, is that your thing? Like, do you wolf out? Like, is that what you do? Do you turn into like a big wolf dog creature?
Hang on.
Hang on.
I'll just check my backstory.
Yeah, I'll just check my backstory.
No, yeah, no, go ahead.
I lost my 3-headed form, unfortunately. But I
Oh.
still retained some of my powers. But
Okay.
I feel like I could go in and distract them. And if you wanted to hang back and throw some hexes, that could be a thing.
Well, sure. But see, what I'm scared of, right, is with your enhanced abilities and my humanly kind of minor unenhanced abilities, because I have terrible eyesight, I could hex someone and it'd be the wrong fucking person, you know, like, or it could take me a while to really, because it's kind of like an eye contact thing for me. Like, I gotta gaze into their eyes. It's really intimate, honestly. But I would need a little more, you know, time than you would need to set up, since yours is so physically innate, gifted type situation. But I do think you could cause a distraction so that we can snatch Mateo and get out of there. Cause I don't know how many people is there. Oh, you ears, both of you. Can you like with either of your ears? Can you suss out about how many people are there?
I guess I could. Yeah. So I guess that's a cold roll.
That would be a dark roll, I would say.
Oh, right. Dark roll. Dark roll, dark roll.
You too, Celine. You.
Oh Lord.
I would need you to use your ears too, Mama.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get.
My
Oh,
ears not
no.
that honed, y'all. But I'm gonna try. With 2d6,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and it's dark,
Yeah.
Yes.
so I get 1. I got a 10.
Ooh, praise
Okay.
Okay, that's good because I got 6.
God. Ooh,
Ooh.
jeez.
Good here. You mark experience though.
Right. You're enamored by me. It's honestly really endearing, honestly. Yeah.
And be sure to keep track of your experience, guys.
Yes.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I
On my
haven't
other
failed yet.
computer.
I don't
Oh,
know.
it's okay.
Trying.
If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's cool. You Celine,
Mhm.
you feel like your powers are bolstered by how close you are to the threshold in the Everdark.
Mhm.
Your senses are sharper than they normally are. You feel like it's around like 30
Cool.
like 35 people maybe.
Okay. It's a bit scary.
Just in
Oh.
total. You can't pick out like who's what. You know, like who's
Right.
like who's friend and who's foe, but you get a general sense of how many people are in the clearing, which is overall 35 people, excluding you guys.
Well, I'll tell you, there's only one friend there, and we're gonna consider the rest foes. So.
As far as you know.
Yeah. So I guess Celine's gonna be like, there's a lot of people.
Okay.
I don't know. My ears. I'm not Superwoman or anything, but yeah, there's a lot of people over there. And I don't know who's good, who's bad.
Well, I'm just gonna take a limb and say the only good one we're going to suggest for us is Mateo. And honestly, that may be up in the air because we don't know what they're chancing. We don't know what that's gonna do. You said he was walking away with her mother, correct?
Yes.
So she could have some type of mind control ability and he could attack us. But until that time comes, we're going to consider him friends.
We'll just jump him, girl. It's fine.
No, honestly, we will. Like, it's no problem. It's just like right now the mission is to save. But it could change very quickly depending on him and how is he in his right state of mind.
Can you knock a ghoul out? Like, is that a thing?
I mean, I can hex him too. He ain't above it. Like, I don't know. Like, do hexes work on ghouls? You know what? That's the problem with my magic. It didn't come with a manual, bitch. Like, I'm just kind of winging it.
Well, if push comes to shove, wait, I guess we'll find out.
Right, exactly. But and then I turned to Zane. Yeah, I do think you. Well, that's up to you. I still think you can go with the causing of commotion because anything to break up that fucking incessant chanting, I think is a good thing for us because we don't know what they're doing or what they're chanting, or what's the end goal of said chant. So I think anything to stop that and throw a wrench into that cog is good.
Okay.
But I'm also
Heard.
not gonna make you go and throw yourself into a group of unknown individuals. So
Okay.
Why not?
Well,
You
Not why not? Okay. Well,
Since we're not too
Fine.
sure of our powers, how about I try and sneak in and just yoink Mateo out of there?
Oh.
well, you're a bit big. I don't think it's
Yeah,
like if stealth was the mission, I don't think we would lead with you, is what I'm saying.
right. But can you use your abilities to give me stealth?
I don't think.
That's a good question.
um, well, I could do. Again, I just want to make it perfectly clear. Casting on a grand scale is not something I've ever done. I've only ever casted on one person. And it's usually very nasty spirited things. Like
Can
it's
you
it's
give
not.
me-
I've never helped anyone with it. I've made some illusions. I've gotten the truth out of them very painfully, but I haven't ever like enhanced someone's abilities. You know.
Well, can you do a cloak of invisibility type of move on me?
I don't think so. If that
All
was
right.
the issue, it would kind of be like against one person, and maybe I would just do an illusion for them to see something other than you. But again, that would just be one person and not like a bunch of groups, you know? Like one person would be freaking out, but everybody would be like, so what the fuck is happening with this bitch? You know what I mean? Or yeah, no, you ate that. Maybe I could make an illusion on one of them and have him start freaking out and fuck up the whole chant.
As you speak, you hear a scream from a female voice that's unfamiliar.
Like that. Okay, so we need to Miss MC,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hex. We gotta
Are you guys at a distance where you can see, or are you away from the?
I think so.
Can't?
Like because we've seen the light and now we're all aware of the chanting.
Through yeah, you can hear the chanting, you can see the light, but are you? The tree cover is only so thick, so the closer you are, the more likely you'll be overheard.
Oh.
So I was under the assumption that you guys were at the edge of the tree line, approaching the clearing, but not there yet.
Yes. So I think I'm gonna look to them and say, okay, hex, everyone on board with the hex? We get like
Yeah, dude.
Hex.
okay. So yeah, once we're all on board with that, we're gonna rush in. We're gonna rush in like teenagers, because that's what we are. We're gonna rush in like the super squad, and the first thing I am gonna do, I'll look for the most important person to hex, because I think that's gonna make a shake in the game. Which I guess would be Dylan's mother.
Right.
So as soon as I get eyes on her, she's hexed.
The three of you come in. You see 3 people in a line. One is Mateo. One's a senior that you haven't seen in a while. Homeschooled kid. The other girl is clutching at a hand that's bleeding. And there's a path of like a blood trail leading down to the floor. And once it hits the floor, it turns to blue light. Now the people around you in the circle are chanting. Dylan's mother has a knife.
Ooh.
And she was just about to cut someone else's hand, the other guy who you sort of recognize. Is she the person you would like to hex?
I'm gonna hex her because I looked at Dylan. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna hex her mother.
What hex would you like to use?
I'm going to use my illusions hex. It'll make her freak the fuck out. Yeah, because she's got to stop what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing, but she's got to stop it.
You're expending a token.
Yes.
Can you roll for me?
Okay, that's okay.
You're subtracting 1.
Oh.
You're only adding 1 to your roll now, your dark roll.
So I'm adding 1 to my dark roll.
Instead of 2, yes.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a 5 and a 4. 5, 4, and 1. 5, 4, 1. That's 5. 10. 10! Quick math. Quick math. That would have been an 11, bitch, so she's lucky.
It's still, a 10 is still a success.
Oh, okay, period.
She looks at you. What illusion are you going to make? This is also an important question.
Do I have a sense of, okay, so we're best friends, me and Dylan.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave it up to to us or Dylan to, would she have ever told me, like, girl, like anything about her mother? Like,
I think I would have totally told you something about my mother. Given that you have like magic and my mom's into weird shit, like maybe I wouldn't go. Maybe it hasn't been like a bunch of things, but she's probably told you the most important things.
okay.
I would say for this specific instance, I'm going to ask you, out of the lists in your character sheet specifically.
Who, Dylan or
Okay.
Hayden?
Hayden.
Me. Okay, so there's snakes, bugs, demonic
Visages.
Yes. False prophecies.
Non-existent subtext.
What is non-existent subtext?
Like everything around you is on fire.
Okay.
The world is made of blood. Blood's coming from the sky. Something like that.
I think the most disruptive one of that. Okay, the most disruptive one. I think all of these are kind of disruptive. Mm-hmm. But I do think something crawling on you is worse than seeing stuff around you. Because now you have to act with your body. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's a physical thing now. Because I want to make... Okay, so let's do the bugs. The bugs. An assortment of bugs. They're nasty. They're ugly. And they're crawling. They're crawling. They're getting to crawling on you.
Okay. 1 second. Where is this? Okay. Okay. She is going to very quickly she's going to cast some sort of something at the illusion and burn herself. So let me mark that down.
Oh.
And sorry, I didn't have that prepped, which I should have. And burn herself. Then she's gonna look at you. And she's going to attack. Where did I put that? I have it, it's fine. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Um. So with a 10, she's going to do. I think she's only going to do one. Well, I have to read the rules and make sure. Beep 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 beep. Um. Okay. You're gonna take one harm, Hayden,
Oh no.
and you're thrown off by this action from this person that you somewhat know. So you're gonna be. That's gonna take you for a bit, right? As you clutch onto your arm, she arcs out, slashes you. Um, and then
Did you say
everything
she?
else, like she slashes Hayden with the knife
Oh.
on the
Mm-mm.
arm.
Um, as she
Yes.
does that, like with that level of distraction and focus on Hayden, am I able to move?
Make me. Ooh. Hmm.
So here's what's been going on in my mind while this is happening.
Yes.
Being back at the place he died and once again in a situation where he is physically
Yeah.
vulnerable and absolutely helpless. Um, he Mateo is letting this hate fester within him,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly here's someone who knows what's going on enough um to like try and use him, take advantage of like his condition or whatever. And I would like to take this opportunity to sort of let that hate fester into my darkest self.
Hmm.
Oh
All
And
no.
right.
all he can focus on is the hunger of flesh and the violence he wants to commit against Dylan's mom.
I don't know. That's
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So,
I will. You going to your darkest self.
mhm.
I will allow you to break free. Um. One second. Um. It's just now. Yeah. One second. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay. Uh, you embrace this side of you, your ghoulish nature.
Mhm.
Um, as you are able to lash out, it's not so much that you're freed from the hold,
Mhm.
because you something in you senses that it's not necessarily coming from Dylan's mom,
Right.
but you are able to, because she's in range of you,
Mhm.
you're able to reach out to her specifically.
Okay.
She's within your range right now. That's what I'll say.
So, under ghoul moves, it says that when you heedlessly pursue a hunger, add 1 to rolls. Does pursuing trying to eat her count in this moment, or does that
Yeah,
darkest
it
self
does.
cancel out? Okay, great. Let's do this then. Holy shit, I rolled 2 6s.
I don't know. That's
Nice.
2
ooh.
6s plus the 2 to volatile and plus the 1 to hunger is a total of 15.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna deal damage, definitely.
Woo!
Thank God.
Um, you're currently in your darkest self.
So, I guess just kind of to flavor it,
Yeah.
um, Mateo lunges out and sinks his teeth into the forearm that was holding the knife.
Mm-hmm. She
Anyway.
winces,
Mhm.
and her hold loosens on the knife.
Mhm.
She's gonna reach out without using the knife, pure spell work. She's gonna slash into Chip next to you with a spell, so that his blood comes down and starts to, in the same way that it did for Oriana, leave blue trails in the dirt. Um, And then you've attacked her. She is going to.
Yeah.
She. I'll say that's her action for now. Her physical action.
Mhm.
Oh wait, no, it still would have been a success. Just for you guys to remember, because I might forget. Anytime you roll against her, you're subtracting 1 from everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I mean, that still is a success, but
Right.
just for
It's just
other
in this
rolls.
case, heating the hunger would cancel out the -1 instead of adding.
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Here's what she's gonna do. She's gonna turn to you, Dylan. Just gonna smile at you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like that.
But you feel like she has something on you. Just from the position you've taken here. Just from her looking at you, you feel like she has something over you. That pulls at you when you look at her. And maybe it's just the fact that she is your mother, or maybe it's something else. But you feel that. Is there anything anyone else would like to do?
I look to while I'm like clutching my hand that she just slashed, I'm looking at Miss Fairy, I'm looking at Mr. Dog Boy, and I'm like, anytime would be great. Like anytime you want to jump in and hit this hoe. I know you're not much of a fighter, sister, but I am looking at the dog because, girl, somebody needs to hit her.
Okay, so.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, what were you gonna say?
No, you
Mine's
go.
a big question.
I was just gonna ask where the book is currently
Yeah.
in the midst of all of this.
The book. Sorry, who was asking? I'm so sorry.
Dylan.
Okay. You sense that the book's here, but you can't see it.
I'm sorry. Going around.
That fucking bitch.
Dylan's gonna be going around the circle, like trying to find a little opening in the circle, and look for the book.
Okay. Would you like to use your? Would you like to touch your abilities to try to find the book?
Oh, like, can I gaze into the? Oh shit! But I gotta get a 10. I mean, I guess I could try, Lord. Let's see what Jesus is talking about. Come on, Lord. Give me something good. Oh, I got a 10 exactly. A 6 and a 4.
Period.
Okay.
Well, you ate.
It's a 9.
Oh yeah, you rolled against her.
Hey, fuck that bitch.
So.
Well, what was she rolling?
It's against her. It's against.
No,
her.
I'm saying like what was.
I was rolling to gaze into the abyss.
Is that a dark, cold? What?
Dark.
Oh yeah, so that's -1.
Okay.
So
yes.
That?
So you're down another one.
Okay, on an 8, it's unclear. You see her holding the book, not holding the book, tucking the book away, handing the book, casting a spell on the book. You've already tried to reach out to your abilities before, and now you're trying again to push, and it feels slightly uncomfortable. In that way of like overextending yourself,
Mm-hmm.
um, mentally, almost like a strain on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you have a sense that it's on her person. Um, maybe like she's hiding it with magic, like concealing it with a spell, but you think it's still on her. You do get that sense
Mm.
after kind of going, like, muscling through some painful, like, it could be this or it could be that or it could be that, like muscling through it and being like, but what is it?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
in that push, you get the answer.
Mm,
So it's still on her.
it's
Yes,
still on her, and
she's
I
not
don't know how to get close. I need a distraction to get close to her.
Okay. I can. So, one of my moves is I have two similar moves. So one of them is Watchdog. It says you exist in the liminal space between two communities. One is resplendent with light, and the other is damned to the shadows. It is your duty to guard the boundary. Mark experience whenever you weed out someone on the wrong side of the divide and put them in their place.
I would say she's not on the wrong side of the divide. She is supposed to be
Yeah, she's a human,
the
isn't she?
material
Yeah,
plane.
is the human that bitch?
Okay.
Yeah,
So the
just
other
she's
one.
tainted, but she is supposed to be here.
Okay. And then the other one says when you discover an injustice that has long been hidden or covered up, add one to your rolls to bring it to light and to justice as immediately as possible.
Say what I will
Hmm.
give you. None of you have talked to her yet. So you would have to figure something out about the situation that's unknown
Mm-hmm.
to you at the current moment. I
Oh.
will allow you to mark experience on your track because there are two ghouls here, but the language surrounding put them in their place is slightly derogatory.
Mm-hmm.
So, mm, you haven't put them in their place yet, but if the ritual continues, you get the sense that you would gain experience.
Oh
Okay.
no, no, no,
You're
no, no.
Cerberus. You would mark experience twice. Actually, 3 times.
Oh,
Three
okay.
ghouls.
Yeah, because
Oh.
so
Oh yeah,
okay,
because wait, you can't do that. You can't do that.
so we can't let
No.
her. We can't.
No.
Okay,
Okay, so
well,
what if Dylan tries
sock
to
her in
speak
her
to her?
mouth.
Okay.
What if
So what
Dylan
I'm
tries to speak to her?
I think we're
You can
above
talk to her at
speaking to
any
her.
moment.
We're above it.
She's right here.
She just stabbed me.
But we gotta figure something else out, don't we?
Can I try to clear the 30 other people that are
Wait,
there?
I got another question.
Aren't they human though? They're humans.
Yeah, does it? Oh, if
I'm
do
just
we
gonna
get a
punch them.
sense that if we put her down, they will stop, and
No.
this will continue? Like, what's the sense of it?
Without rolling, only because you investigated the magic they were doing before, she's not a part. She's a part of the spell they're casting, but she's not casting it.
So we would need to overtly take down the casting of it from them.
If you want to stop whatever they're doing, you would have to probably interact with them.
Okay.
Theoretically speaking, you don't know how far along they are.
Exactly. Okay.
Or what they need for it to be completed.
It's giving they need this blood because she just sliced the boy. She's seeming very intent on continuing this. In this circle, right? This circle we're in of them.
Yes.
Am I getting a sense that I can't get out of it? Like if I make
center,
the boy, the Miss Dog Boy, If I make him brute force our way out of this circle, is that an option for us?
In the sense of
Like he just pushes them through, like shoulder check, like
Yeah,
like in terms of just leaving here.
Yes.
And going past them.
like breaking jaws, stopping them from jamming.
Right. Whoa.
Okay.
These,
Mean, like,
you're going to
leaving.
jail. Yeah, I'm talking about like getting away from here.
Okay.
The only thing that would prevent you from leaving would be if Dylan's mom laid you out. But you
Okay.
get out of the circle. The people that are chanting would not. You get the sense they probably wouldn't do anything to you if you left the circle.
Okay.
Bear in mind, though, you do have like a voraciously hungry zombie boy.
I know, and that's the problem here. Because I was
All right.
thinking, right? My thought process was, well, if I grab Mateo and run, because she's already stabbed a girl, she's already stabbed a boy, and I'm assuming you are the last to be stabbed. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, well, if I grab Mateo and run, then party's over.
Mm-hmm.
At least for now. But we kind of need, like, I'm gonna try something, right? And then somebody's gotta follow up quick, because I might fail. Like, I might fail. So,
Weird.
I just want to be of use. How can I?
I'm gonna gaze into the abyss for me, right?
Yeah.
For a little witch girl like me.
Yeah. You roll.
Okay.
What are you specifically trying to go?
A way out of this.
Okay.
A way out of this.
Would you like to try to speak?
Well, to her, after she stabbed me, absolutely not. Well,
Yeah.
Because she seems, again, she stabbed this boy, regardless of what I did to her and what someone else did to her. Like, regardless of Mateo biting her and me hexing her, she still is intent on continuing. So that reads across to Hayden as you are going to continue to do what you got to do, regardless of what we're doing. And the only way I can avail that is by getting us out of this situation right now. Like that, I think that's what's in his head.
I have a
But Dylan, if you want to talk to your mama, bitch.
How do you feel, Dylan?
No, it's not even that. I just have a thought. Like, if she already stabbed the other two that were a part of the line, and then Hayden got stabbed.
I'm not a ghoul.
You're not a ghoul, but you're still like a third person that has spilled blood.
No, it was blood of the bitch that died.
Okay, all right.
I'm very much alive.
Well, I think because the only person who heard that would be Mateo, and
Right.
I'm not thinking very clearly right now. I think for you, Hayden, what connects the thought for you is that the blood of the other two people is glowing on the floor right now and seemingly flowing eternally, and your blood is just
It's his blood.
Just
right.
Okay,
There's
cool.
no there's no effect to it.
Exactly.
That's kind of where the differentiation would be. It doesn't necessarily mean you know what triggers it, but I think seeing that you're bleeding doesn't, I think you could put it together that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's continue.
And that's what I was saying. So if you want to try to talk to your mama, sure. But I'm thinking this bitch is already off her rockers and she wants to complete whatever she's got to complete. He's already off his rockers. So we're probably going to have to already forcefully take him up out of here. Because he's not him when he's hungry. All right? Let's just put that out there.
So I see I have healing here. Is it possible to like heal or like try to help heal Hayden?
Yeah, everyone can heal once per session, and an additional time if they heal in a way that's sensual.
Oh no, well I'm not doing that.
You can kiss me. You can kiss me. It's okay. Well, I feel like we should get out of here before we try to do any
Yeah, I
healing.
was about to say though, I do think with healing you have to be in a
Yeah, like we got to be in a downtime kind of situation, and we're in the thick of it.
It takes time, care, and intention. Once per session, you must heal one harm. If someone else is there with you, tending to your wounds delicately and intimately, and perhaps with erotic subtext, you may heal an additional one harm.
Yeah, right.
Can I,
So
can
I
I
would
just can
say,
I just snatch Dylan up and be like, if and be like to her mama, be like, you gotta promise me you not gonna hurt none of my friends, or else I don't know, I'm gonna do something to her. Let me stop.
okay, are you making
uh,
a roll,
no,
like a
no,
cold
no,
roll?
no, no,
No,
no.
no,
Let
no, no,
let
no, no.
Dylan talk to her mama first.
No,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead
let
and
Dylan talk to her
I
mama
just
first,
feel.
I
cause I
think
ain't
you
got no
need to
damn
talk to her.
weapon.
I think I'm going to try. Like while you
Well,
talk to
say
her,
it,
maybe
girl.
I try to pull Mateo out of this.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, get at her, mother. What's going on here?
Maybe you shouldn't pull Mateo. Maybe I should do
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say actually you do it because if he hits me, I might go down. Like,
Yeah, and maybe you need to like go
Mhm.
like run for it. Mom, what's
you
going
do
on here?
that, and I'm gonna
Let me
hex
talk.
her again.
Okay, can you make? Are you?
I'm gonna Ring
trying
of Lies hex her, so she better tell the fucking truth.
Okay, you ring of lies. Roll for that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What
Oh
are you doing
no.
here, Dylan? As you talk to your mother,
What do you mean? What am I
Oh
doing?
shit.
are you just
Oh, I'm gonna
looking
be walking.
plainly,
I'm
or are
walking
you?
away from my friends so that they can, so their eyes, her eyes can be on me. You know what I mean? Give them a little
Um,
bit of space.
mm,
Oh,
Okay.
what to say, Mateo?
Hey,
yeah, Mateo's still biting into her.
that's a
Oh, okay.
that's a
Well,
cool
that's fine.
hot. Are
That's
we
fine.
minusing still? Is the minus still in
Yes.
effect?
You're
Okay.
still minusing.
Okay. No, yeah. That's a cool
Mm,
Can
whopping
I be a little
2.
bit sneaky and like, I
Mm.
keep a lot of things in my bra,
You
especially especially a lighter, because
smoke?
she had girl, don't be telling my goddamn
Okay,
Mark
business.
right.
experience. Mark
Oh,
experience Hayden for the fail.
my experience is on Mark. What happens? I'm scared. Am I Super
Oh, the
Saiyan?
whole thing.
Yeah.
No, you can just. Usually, you do it in between, but you can add one of those to the character.
Like one of the things underneath my experiencing, like the add one, take another witch move, take the hexes, like that.
Yes, and then you could, and then it clears and resets.
Okay, okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take the
Some of them,
hex.
I'm like, the hex. Are you gonna take? You're gonna take another hex.
Uh huh. uh huh.
Let me get my
Is there
rule
like
book.
grass around us?
It's kind of like a
Well, this one says create a new hex.
Well, I don't know if we can do that right now.
Well, no, yeah. I'm just looking at it like this says
Oh, yeah.
take remaining hexes, and this one says create a new one.
Yeah, those are two different. So take remaining hexes would be
Take the ones that I don't have.
hexes. You would take the ones you don't have.
Okay.
New hex would be like create one that doesn't exist.
Right. Don't worry, I'll just cantrip it. Okay. No, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like, you said what is the surroundings like again?
So it's kind of like there's a fire pit that's out. So it's kind of dirt, and then towards the outsides is more like where the grass starts to come back in.
Damn it, I
Like
sure
where the
was gonna
cultists are
set that.
standing.
It's
You gonna
not
set
no
that bitch
grass.
on fire, huh?
I was gonna
Look
set
at
that hoe
you.
on fire, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I know now that if it's dirt where we are, I'm gonna just lock us in a ring of fire. So
Let's not do
You
that.
um
Why isn't she talking to me? I asked her what's going
oh yeah,
on.
I was asking before I went to the magic that was happening. Um if you were just talking to her normally with no any other thing.
Like, is Dylan doing magic or something about this situation?
Kind of magic, but like are you making a roll about it? It could also be,
Okay.
like a cold.
Are you trying to
Give me
shut your
good
mother
cold.
down? in a sense? Like you trying to force her to talk to you? Like what's happening?
Hold on, I'm trying to look at my stats real quick. Ouch. I just want her I'm trying to avert her attention, and I want her to answer me. So
Okay. And you asked, I'm so sorry, I got distracted.
I asked her what's happening here. Like, there's
Okay.
3 dead kids, there's people chanting, we're in the middle of nowhere. We're supposed to be at homecoming.
Okay. You ask her what's happening here. She's not Hex. She looks at you.
Fuck her.
Um, you know what's happening, Dylan.
Do I? What
You'd
kind of
know
weird
more if you
cryptic
ever
bullshit?
embrace the gifts that have been given to you.
Last I checked, nothing was given to me but
Oh.
birth.
Do you think the charm, the people who follow your every word, you think that comes from nowhere? I thought you were smarter than that.
Are you calling me dumb?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I pressed the pause on the button. Like, is she just call you stupid?
Yeah,
I'm
no, like
asking you to use the information that's been availed to you, the years of your existence, the experience lived, and come to a conclusion.
So she definitely just called you down.
right, exactly.
No, yeah.
So you've been playing around with this stupid little book, and now people follow me around, and I get whatever I want. What other conclusions can I be drawing from that?
um, I
Seems like
sorry to I'm sorry to interrupt, but I know I have a string on Mateo. Would it be possible to try to tempt Mateo away from her?
Hmm.
Ooh.
I would say, just to help you, if you move him physically using volatile, you can also add your string to that roll. Because if
Okay.
you verbally, it's tricky because his mouth is still on her
Right. He's not him when he's hungry.
to get him away without her noticing.
Yeah.
So if you do it with words, she'll definitely notice. If you do it physically, if something else is happening, maybe she won't notice. And if you roll high enough.
No, because actually, I think that he might turn and try to get my ass.
No, I think you should try it, sister. I think you should try
I'm
it.
gonna allow someone to try one more thing before
Yeah,
she
you gotta get him away from her.
just because she hasn't taken an action in a significant period of time.
Okay, so you said physically she might not notice?
If there's something distracting her physically, yes.
Yeah, she talking to her daughter. Well, mm,
Yeah, right, exactly. Who knows how much she cares about that?
Can I
Um,
punch her?
Oh
Why are we going straight to violence?
Sorry, too many
What
people
if
spoke.
I would say one of you can take an action. Either one person can, you can either punch, or one person can.
I think it's important for us to get Mateo out.
How do we? Yeah.
Like,
I just pried Mateo off of her.
She will. I will say, even on a high roll, you certainly can. But if she's not physically distracted, it is a very high chance that it will have an adverse result.
So we might
What if
just
I
need to
try to
punch
reach
her.
for- I know that
Well,
the book
but
is
we can
on
only
her,
do
right?
one action.
I know
So
the
if we
book is.
punch her, I can't snatch him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, if she's punched
Snatch him
hard
after her
enough.
action.
Right. If she's
I-
punched hard enough.
Then could I take the action to continue my assault?
Hmm.
Um,
Or has not enough time passed for that?
I
I'm
would
s-
almost say just because the sequence of you already taking an action and her not responding,
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
that's the only thing that's keeping me from saying yes.
Totally fine.
Yeah, I just think I've she's there's been a bit before she's done anything.
right. We should have rolled initiative, guys.
Well, it's the
No, for
nature of the
real.
game is free flowing
Right.
narrative structure, but I can't just let her stand there the whole time.
Right.
You know?
She's
exactly.
Yeah, she's got to do something. Let's see
You
what happens.
guys, I'm scared if we let this lady stay here. I don't know. My initial thought is just to get the boy out of this situation right now. I mean, if we want to punch her, we gotta make it worthwhile. We gotta knock her out.
Let me see what my strength is like now. I mean, I could lash out where I could.
You have
Well, I think the strongest one here is
Oh yeah, that's
Zane.
not me. It's definitely Zane.
So if
Yeah.
anyone's doing the punching, it's gotta be him.
Yeah. I think in this situation punching her is enough of a physical distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, go off.
agree. Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna punch her. Is that a hot roll?
That is a volatile roll.
Okay.
Scary.
1 second. Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I got a 3 and a 6 and a 1.
Plus 1?
That's a 10. Praise be.
Okay. You have to did you subtract?
Oh yeah, that's a subtraction. So 9.
Yeah, 9.
Okay. On a mixed success. Sorry. On a mixed success. Okay. You can either she's gonna learn something about you and gain a string on you. I decide how bad the harm is. Or you become your darkest self.
Oh, we can't deal with both of those.
Yeah, like not a string though. I don't think you should do that.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay.
Oh, give her the string.
Why give her a string against you? She's evil.
She is, but girl.
She's also got like mind control powers and shit.
Yeah.
Which is
Let's-
not something that I said out loud because my teeth are.
Right.
I'm not a part of this conversation.
So can I just take harm then?
We'll decide how bad the harm is, in which case it's only going to be a 1.
Oh, see,
okay.
look, well, we need to do a little more harm than that.
And she's going to take an action now.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Ooh, what do I think she's going to do?
Be nice.
Well,
wanna
Mateo, it
be
was
really
nice knowing you.
No,
want to
for
be
real.
really nice, but
Nah, you know what, Mateo? It was nice knowing you, girl.
No, for real. Like, was
me think.
really.
Let me think before I act. Oh,
Please do.
Lord.
You're scaring us.
Sorry, I just want to decide what I'm feeling in my heart of hearts. Ooh, I feel like I gotta
Do you
at
see
least
what I mean?
try. I gotta at least try.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Jesus, please.
What does she add to this? It's not a lot, but it's somewhere. Yeah. Oof. Okay. That's interesting. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah, like
Uh,
you're just
she's
still.
She attempts to use her magic against you. Mateo, but her
Okay.
focus is a little pulled.
Okay.
She's gonna turn to look at you, Dylan,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna. I want to do. This is not anything physical.
Oh, good.
That's that, because I think it is that. Or you could argue it. That's better. Um, on a 10, she's gonna reach out to your mind.
Oh,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna make it a full success.
what?
Because I can do that, and I'm gonna erase that string that she had on you. And she's going to reach out to your mind
Mm-hmm.
and show you something, something ancient, something powerful,
Oh.
something maybe from the cosmos itself, something that hurts to even think about, let alone see. And I want you to make me just a cold roll, or yeah, I think you're gonna make me a cold roll, just to keep your cool.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll knock her out if I have to. All right.
Only got a 7. Plus
Okay.
what? Plus 1, right?
Is that? Oh, wait. I'm gonna -1, aren't I?
Mm,
Yes.
So I'm still at a 7, child. Let's not even add that little one.
Okay. Um, if you shut yourself away from this mental connection, and if you shut yourself away from the face of this thing, you will lose the chance to acquire useful information from the psychic link. You can shut this out, the image of this thing,
Well,
and
I
there will be
won't.
benefits to that. Okay, you won't?
Wait,
Okay.
no. Go ahead and finish what you're scaring me, girl.
Right. No, because
You
hello.
can shut it down, and there will be benefits to that.
Uh-huh.
But if you leave yourself open, there will also be benefits.
oh,
Ooh.
brother.
Okay,
I'm going
benefits either
to
way.
leave myself open to it.
Okay.
See what happens here. See what else I can figure out.
Okay. Reaching into the connection, reaching towards the thing. The faceless, it's called. You know right now your mother's summoning this thing through this ritual.
Mm-hmm.
And if she summons it, whatever she's promised or maybe said to them, to the people around you who are lost, right, is not what will happen. There will not be some great benefit for the society, but there will be some great benefit for her. A little, like, dark part of you kind of whispers, maybe for me too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you push and you look at this thing, you are going to take 1 harm from encountering something far beyond your understanding that's incomprehensible to gaze upon.
Mhm.
But you know what it is now.
Season, enjoy fast and
And
reliable home internet for your family.
knowing what it is,
And
you are pulled away from that connection. Not permanently, just temporarily. You could still find out more about this thing and maybe even be less harmed by it the next time you encounter it. Okay. So if Mateo, if you would like to act, if anyone would like to act, they can now act. She's gone. She's done her thing.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you were saying she was gone. I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
like
No,
you
she's
like
thank
still
she's
here.
gone,
God.
girl. Praise God.
She's
Right.
still here. And I'm actually going to say, because she failed her frickin' attack, I'm going to say that she is going to... I'm going to say she's going to do that. I'm not going to say what she did, but she's going to do that. Okay. If anyone would like to take an action.
Sorry, what just happened? Is she gone now?
No, she's not.
still
She's still here.
She's still dead.
When I said gone before, I meant she's taken her turn. And
Right.
Oh.
I mean, we're not doing turns, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if you guys still want to grab me, now's your chance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll grab him.
I'm going to look at. Yep, Zayd. Do your grab the. Take them away.
All right, so I'm probably gonna scoop him over my shoulder.
Wow,
Okay,
so
make a roll
fun.
for me.
Okay.
Roll for your life, please.
Oh. Okay.
Oh God.
Is this a? What kind of roll is it?
Volatile.
Volatile. But I'll give you a little treat.
Ooh.
If you go into your darkest self, I will let you re-roll any die value under 5.
Oh
What
wow.
does that mean?
Well,
You have a result lower than 5 on one or either of your dice, you can roll again.
And you will be your darkest self.
but you will be your darkest self.
Darkest self, yeah.
And I'm going to let you know. I don't think
Yeah,
we can
we don't-
handle 2 people in their darkest
Yeah.
forms.
For you, basically just means, because it means something different for every class.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? You escape your darkest self when disrupted by a virtuous hero, or when the power of true love tempers your resolve.
Oh God.
So that's something that can pull you out of your darkest self.
Hayden.
Anyone who's gotten close to you needs to be driven away violently if necessary. You must return to the shadows, dragging the damned.
Oh no, you
Yeah,
can't do
you
this.
would
back down
take.
with you.
You would
No,
take
you can't do
you
this.
would take half our group.
You would still have freedom of choice of what you're doing, but
Okay.
maybe if you take him away successfully, you would take him towards the threshold.
Yeah.
As opposed to taking him towards the town.
And that's not we can't. That's
Right. That's beside. Yeah. That's not our objective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'll just do my original roll then. Because I don't want to be doing the darkest self.
All right.
So I got a 4 and a 2. And
You don't have no
then
strings? Like, do we have strings to pull?
I do have a string on Mateo.
Yeah.
Pull it.
Okay, I'll pull my string on Mateo. Wait, what am I doing again? Oh, right.
1 tier roll with that.
Okay. So then that brings me to an 8.
Great, that's a mixed success.
Right. Thank you.
So, you're not necessarily trying to harm this person. You are going to be able to grab him. Dylan's mom is doing something. She is distracted. On a mixed success, I'm going to play around with these words a little. Either you can give a string to your buddy, your pal Mateo, or maybe you did some accidental damage, which I may or may not say that you did, and you could also become your darkest self.
Oh.
Which, it's probably not going to happen. So.
Okay, I'll give a string to Mateo.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you scoop Mateo up. I'm gonna let you immediately make a run to run away.
Okay. Is that another volatile roll?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm tired of this church.
Okay. That is a 7.
Great. Okay. Choose one of the three. You run into something worse. You cause a big scene. You leave something behind.
Be
Oh.
Cinderella and leave a shoe. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it'll be a shoe.
Okay, well, hold on.
Have on me. Damn. So it's leave something behind, run into something worse, and what was the other one?
Cause a scene.
Cause a big scene.
Okay, sure.
Maybe I'll
We're
cause a big
already
scene.
causing a scene,
It's
so
already what you would be
Yeah.
doing.
right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You
Causing a
tear
bigger
off.
scene.
You tear off
Okay.
fast. Like you've kind of tapped into this bestial part of yourself, and you run. And you kind of plow through these cultists who are still chanting, kind of blindly.
This holiday
Oh my god.
Mm.
I'm gonna die.
They're chanting of T-Mobile's deals.
Right.
Fuck it, no music.
Right.
I don't need that shit anymore. Fuck it. No, I don't like that. Anyway, you. Well, sure, that works. You run off into the woods. No. You run off into the woods. And there we go. You run off into the woods. Leaving the rest of your group behind, you and Mateo. And as you flee into the night, this isn't giving final narration either. Life is hard for me. As you run off into the night, I'm gonna give you guys options, right? Okay. There are 2 people here. They're still alive. And they're bleeding. Dylan, there's your mom, who doesn't seem. It doesn't seem like you can get through to her, at least right now.
Well, could I ever really?
You can either leave,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that she might chase after you. You don't necessarily know that for a fact. She might not. There's a chance she might not. She might cut her losses and try again the next time the veil's thin. Or you can stay. Those are your 2 choices for everyone. I'm not going to make you roll. I'll make you roll after your choice. But you guys can run away and try to regroup, or you can stay.
I don't know, y'all. Should we cut our losses?
And respectfully, I look to Dylan, and I'm like,
This your mama.
This is your mother. Since it's your call. If you want to stay, I'm a down girl. I'm gonna stay, but I'm also okay with running. If we do stay, though, I probably will try to hex this hoe again. Like, I probably will try to ringalize her again, because I don't like the fact that she beat me, and I don't like the fact that she's not being forthcoming. So if we do stay, I probably will try to hex her, just so we can get something out of the bitch.
There are also, just so you know, Dylan, if we're leaving this on a cliffhanger, if there's going to be a new season, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
There are other ways to get answers in the future. It might be easier to get answers if they're not from her.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Just so you know.
But what if she summoned this shit?
As far as you guys know, specifically, I would say since Hayden and Dylan directly addressed it, without Mateo or without another ghoul, which currently she doesn't seem to possess, she would
Right.
not complete the ritual tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, then let's cut our
I don't
losses and
want
get out of
to.
here.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Everyone in favor of running.
Yeah,
All right.
everybody run
Let's get
away.
out of here.
Let's get the fuck on.
You guys escape, and Dylan, she's not following after you.
Yeah, well.
You know, you can tell. And all of you reconvene at the car. Mateo, let me see.
So, the two ways that I can get satiated are either by overindulging or essentially being like locked up away from temptation long enough or something like that.
Yeah.
So, maybe if you lock me in the trunk?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, with
Or
the
I
club.
could just have Zane's really muscular arms just bear hug me until I calm down.
If that's what you want.
Well, he wouldn't be able to effectively communicate that in this moment.
Yeah.
Up to you guys.
I
Well,
think it'd be funny.
I was gonna plan to lock you up, so you know what? We know where Hayden's vote is because he just seen this, and I mean respectfully, right? He just seen Mateo, the boy he gave makeup to hide his bruising on his neck, bite into a woman, and like he's seen some crazy stuff, but I don't think he's ever seen no Zombieland shit before. So he respectfully is probably a bit put off. Like he doesn't want to seem like he's put off by Mateo, but he definitely is. And I definitely think the seeing of that has broken a semblance of como se dice, trust in Mateo's ability to, I guess, calm down, because he was like, in Hayden's head, he was like, oh, that bitch is a monster. Like, he's like, that bitch is a monster.
Well, we'll have to address that then in a future.
Yeah.
Another season, maybe.
Yeah. Because he's like, I think at this point, Hayden would be very much against trying to call Mateo right now. Right, because it's giving fear. It's giving, I'm kind of scared of him. Like, he's insane.
Yeah.
I think since Hayden is injured and Zane has secret feelings for Hayden, I think that he would not want to put Hayden at any more risks. I think he'd be, even though he could hold restrain Mateo for that long, he probably would want to put, lock him up in the trunk.
All right, solid.
Oh no, we're locking him in the trunk.
I think you guys can just throw Mateo in the trunk.
Yeah, we're throwing him
so
in the
that
trunk.
he can kind of like find his way out of that
And I'm sure he's kind of like thrashing and biting and snapping at the air like a rabid dog. And you know what? Hayden's like, oh,
wily,
hell
he's
no.
not particularly.
And honestly, I'm gonna have to sit in the front seat
Right.
because I can smell all of that.
I gotta sit the furthest away from him. It's me. Well, I'm driving, but like, if I wasn't, it would be me and Celine squished in the front passenger seat together because we're just like, oh hell no.
Because, like, I mean, it smelled like decay, but like I'm not used to all of that. Like I'm still like a city girl, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, I can't do this. Like maybe Zane can like, be used to this and be like, yeah, whatever. But like this shit overwhelming for me.
Right.
Mm.
She's sensory overload.
Hayden, are you gonna drive with the injured arm?
Each other, you're in a safe space.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, we're at the car. I don't know if we call that a safe space.
I think if you start driving, I will consider it a safe space.
Okay, yeah. Well, then well, as soon as we threw him in the trunk, yeah, it's
Okay, then yeah,
on the
even
road.
keel.
That was crazy. How much did I only took one harm, so it's okay. I would heal myself. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's fine. It's a little, it's a little slashed up thanks to your mother. Like, girl, anywho. I think I would take everyone we would just go to my house, I think. Because going back to the dance doesn't seem optimal. Even though, there's bitches there that we wanted to question, it just doesn't seem, after everything we've been through, quite appropriate to go to a dance and be like,
Hey,
time
I'm
to question
fine.
you. Time to question the girls that didn't get to question, So I just take everyone back to my house. I'd be like, listen, girls, we're going back to my house. Any objections? No? Okay, great. And then, drive home.
And you guys drive off into the night. And that's where we'll leave the final episode of the 3-part limited series on Netflix.
Not the limited series on
It's gonna
Netflix.
get canceled before season 2.
Who knows?
Aw.
That's up to you guys. And also me, guys, I guess.
I was gonna say, girl, you're the MC. You're the main character.
Actually, Master of Ceremonies.
Right.
Yay!
Yeah.
We did it. You guys stopped the ritual.
Well, great on us, because that was
It feels like
crazy.
such a Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Temporary stop, but it was better than the alternative.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I so failed to hit. She got like a 5.
Well,
Plus 1, that was a 6. It still failed. I was like, okay. All right.
Well, that's good for us,
That is good for you guys, yeah. That's good. That's what I want. There is a part of me when I'm playing the character who's like, what if I win? But then I'm like, but that's not really what I want.
What if I win?
then we're teenagers in a spiritual apocalyptic setting
Right.
who have to find
Well,
a way
then
to
there'll
shut it
be
back up.
something that'll happen in the ritual, which I don't want to get into too much.
Okay.
Right.
It wouldn't be good, but
Right.
it wouldn't be like an insta death necessarily kind of situation.
Right.
Yeah.